Hello, and welcome to the first Orange Line of the 2009-2010 school year. I'm Jessica Mulvaney.
And I'm Tiffany Brown. For our top story this week, we're sending it to the newsroom, where Chris Smith took a closer look at the recent firing of Louise Cummings-Simmons.
Hi, I'm Chris Smith, editor of the Baker Orange. I'm joined now by Rachel Hawkins, our news editor, who broke the story of Louise Cummings-Simmons' firing. Rachel, just wanted to touch base with you for KNBU as well. What do we know right now about her firing?
Right now, we know that Louise was let go last Monday at 4 p.m. She met with the provost, Randy Pembroke, and he just let her know. So.
Okay, now, was there any sort of specific incident that spurred the firing, or do we know what caused it?
Louise just said that she had explosive behavior, that's what Randy told her.
Okay. And then, so as for the future for the enrollment office, do we know who's taking her position or anything like that?
We just know now that Randy Pembroke is acting as the interim vice president of enrollment management and financial aid, which is what Louise's job was, and that there's just going to be some changes in the admissions office.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Rachel. Thanks for coming on. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Chris. Up next, I had the chance to sit down with Dr. Rock from KU and Nurse Ruth to talk about how to prevent H1N1 flu here at Baker. With the H1N1 virus spreading quickly across the United States, and especially at college campuses, I caught up with Dr. Rock and Nurse Ruth to find out what exactly the virus consists of and how we can help prevent it here at Baker.
Yeah, swine flu, or H1N1, is a new strain of virus that is new to the world, actually, in the past year. It probably was identified in Mexico, has come to the U.S. and spread across the world.
Baker is slowly catching up to other universities, and students are beginning to contract the H1N1 virus.
We are beginning to see some of the influenza-like illness, the symptoms around campus, and that's pretty much expected since we're all being exposed to the virus. And the cases that we have had, we have instructed them the best thing, as Dr. Rock said, was to either self-isolate and go home if they're within traveling distance, to go home. Otherwise, they have been asked to self-isolate within their apartment or their bedrooms and protect themselves, notifying their professors, which is the standard rule, and the professors do understand that this is going to be on campus, and they'll be understanding of the absent.
There is a chance that allergies or the common cold can be confused with the swine flu due to its low intensity and common signs and symptoms.
Often a fever. Frequently people will say that they know exactly when it hit them. They have chills, they start running a fever, feeling flushed, bad headache, and just achy all over. Then a day or so later they may start with a cough, a dry cough, generally non-productive. A few people may also experience nausea, vomiting, decreased appetite, or diarrhea. But for most people, it's just feeling not well, achy, headache, and frequently a temperature of up to 101, 102, 103. It's may be confused with symptoms of a common cold. This is also allergy season for many people in Kansas with ragweed upon us. So the congestion, the sneezing, the itchy eyes are probably allergies.
If you happen to get some of these symptoms, Dr. Rock says that generally for a younger age group, they are not as intense and subside within 1 week.
What's different is the world prepared for avian flu or bird flu that was having a mortality rate of 20, 30, 40%. This one isn't doing that. Yes, some people are dying, but more people die from the regular flu than are dying from swine flu for the most part. So we're fortunate, but we were prepared as a homeland security.
While there is no current vaccine available, there are some common sense precautions that can be taken.
There are some antivirals out there that may have some benefit, limited benefit. Again, in preparation for the bird flu, there were stockpiles of Tamiflu, an antiviral agent that was done. And there may be some benefit in shortening the course or lowering the intensity or prevention. But the reality is, again, since this is turning out to be kind of a wimpy flu, that probably the best thing to do, the CDC is recommending that we reserve use of that medication for those who are challenged by significant respiratory problems or immunosuppression or other health issues. So the good thing is that we can use common sense things that are in everybody's budget. That's covering your cough, that's washing your hands, that's making good choices. If you're running a fever, if you're sick, you stay home and you self-isolate. You don't pass it around. And realize patience is really important for the patients, if you will. What happens is people try to get back too early. If you get the flu, if you get the true flu, you're going to be sick for a week. And you need to realize that. The other thing is, if you have allergies, you're going to be sneezing and coughing probably until it freezes. So kind of differentiating. If you're running a fever, well, maybe it's not my allergies, or high fever, maybe it's not that cold, maybe it is the flu, and I really do need to self-isolate.
If you begin feeling sick, the most effective strategies to help you can range from normal sleep patterns to a less social life.
The best use of alcohol is to clean a surface, or rubbing alcohol to clean something and not ingesting it. It lowers your immune system, and it takes its toll on your body. So I'm just telling students, I sound like their mother, but the alcohol intake is something they need to be very, very much aware of and avoid that.
With the swine flu coming full force, Nurse Ruth is taking a proactive stance on prevention by keeping all records and working with the Pandemic Flu Assessment Team created in 2006 for campus-wide action plans.
We're trying to kind of monitor what's happening, and I am reporting what cases we have to the county health department, which in turn reports to the state health department, and also to the American College Health Association. And what it is, they're trying to get kind of a handle on how many cases in college students there are in the state and in the whole nation. I have met with the faculty to explain the situation and the absenteeism. So the plan now is to either give me a call and let me know what's happening, or come see me. And I do want to be able to know what's going on. And then I have my follow-up notebook ready that I ask these students to touch base with me and each day to let me know how they're doing.
With the swine flu currently out of season, it is hard to tell if the virus will gain momentum and infect more or less people this winter. If you begin feeling sick, the health center on campus is open from 8:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday, or with a Baker ID, you can be seen at the KU Health Center. For KNBU-TV, I'm Jessica Mulvaney.